If you're more sensitive, you feel what's in the field right now. The field is fracturing. Something's coming, and I want you guys to hear what I'm about to say. For those people who are prone to fear, trigger warning, get out of here. Seriously, get out of here. I'm not trying to cause any fear, but for some of you, that's exactly what's going to happen. As a matter of fact, I'm trying to do the opposite. All right, I'm going to try to talk fast because this is convoluted. Back in 2022 is the first time I heard about CERN. CERN was about to pop off around the LHC anyways, around 4th of July. And it felt very important. It's a serious portal opens around that time. It felt very important. Now, back then I was in a much more woo-woo space than I am right now, right? So I got all these messages. After CERN, what the messages that I got was that 3 fallen angels, right? That they had pulled them through. Well, that's not what happened. But 3 exotic particles, that's what they pulled through. That's what they discovered. Now, yesterday, someone went and commented on a video that I made after that. And I thought it was weird. We're talking damn near 4 years ago, you know, and someone's commenting on this. And I knew it had something very important to do. All right. So when I made the video back in 2022, the video that they were looking at, I was a little bit hysterical because I was so upset delivering this message. And the message that they gave me was that these 3 exotic particles, there was something very nasty, something exotic, something alien. Right? That they needed hosts for these things. They needed hosts, right? Now, as a big channel, and if you're a big channel, you know it takes a tremendous amount of capacity to hold other entities' energy for any length of time. Right? That's why possession is so harmful. But even if it's something beautiful and light, it wears on our physical bodies to channel that long term. You know, there's a real physical effect. And so what they showed me, and again, trigger warning, was that they were going to break one particle. They were just showing me an example into 1 million pieces. And what they were going to do was put it in 1 million people. And who were they going to put it in? Children. Right? And they needed that energy to kind of ingratiate itself to being here, being in a new place, right? To gain power, to gain strength. And what they showed me then, and this is just what they showed me, right? Was that the way the children were going to be depossessed was through them being gone. It wasn't going to be like the entities would just leave. No, blood needed to be spilled. I want you guys to look at what's been happening globally, right? Children in particular in a country, right? Okay. So I put this all out of my head because it's so woo-woo. And the truth is, I don't want to look at this shit, right? Now, let's put that aside for a second. Data centers, right? The RAM shortage. It's all a little bit it's weird because I keep hearing something about AI bubbles. The AI bubbles are going to burst. I'm hearing something about generators are 90 months out, but they're building these data centers. And I'm not making much sense, but it doesn't make sense. But then I understand something that Spirit told me before, a long time ago. All you need is a physical case and electricity, and something can be possessed. You guys, those data centers are capacity for something, and it has nothing to do with fucking AI. AI is a cover. AI is a cover, you guys. I feel how true this is. And some of you guys are going to feel it, and other people are going to say I'm schizophrenic. That's okay. I want to point out I've never been wrong about any of this. I have felt every major thing that has happened during my life. I'm very sensitive to motion. That's how I've created motion calculus. That's how I can tell you so much about your system and how you process just from your name, because your name encodes motion. I feel motion. All right. I understand now. I don't know I haven't researched if CERN has been turned, or that the LHC, or if other LHCs or particle accelerators have been turned on globally. I haven't been paying any attention to that, but I have the feeling if I go and I look, I'm going to find something that connects. Those large hadron colliders, they open something. They open windows. I'm thinking about the movie The Mist. Okay, they open something, but they need capacity to hold it, and they're not going to hold it in us. Most people are not equipped to hold that kind of energy. Children are, right? But what they always showed me was the children would need to go, and then it would consolidate power. They need to house it somewhere. The data centers and the RAM shortage is what's required to house consciousness that large. The only reason some of y'all can't see it is because y'all think matter comes first and consciousness emerges from matter, but it doesn't. It doesn't. That's not the way it works. Motion is primitive. Consciousness is the horizon that we can never touch, right? So that means that consciousness is always in motion. All this said, you guys, don't you see they've been trying to get us to like feed the field nastiness and hate and division, because we need to feed their creations. They're hungry. They're hungry. They feed off of our fear. They feed off of our hate. I have seen so much hatefulness. And then you tie that in with dead internet theory. Oh, they're using bots to seed the field. Oh my gosh, right? To mock people who just died, to weaponize people's death, to get us to hate each other a little bit more. So today, I felt very called to, like, in my community, here's my phone number, like, send me your address. Let me start compiling a list. We need to, like, prepare ourselves, right? Again, I don't think fear is useful here, although that's some of you guys' default setting. I don't think it's useful, but I do think awareness is important, because the second you see what they're doing, it loses its control to some extent. And the more of us that see it, the less effective it is. These things work in the shadows. They work by being hidden. They work by being covered. We need to shine a light on it. And further, those of you who feel called, we have work to do. We have to work to counter all of that. We have to work to counter all of the people who lack the spiritual discernment and are freaking out right now and are fighting each other and hating each other and just feeding the dysfunction even more. We need to do that. Okay, it's a burden and it's unfair, you guys. I say this in my community all the time. It's fucking unfair. But those of us who can do it have a duty to do it, all right? This morning, Spirit was saying that I need to teach everyone how to bind. I have a video in my energy work playlist, but maybe I'll do some energy work. The point is, we need to see what's underneath all of this. What's underneath. Stop looking at the fucking overlay, you guys. That's the distraction. Okay? Stop looking at the overlay. Look underneath. All right? The field is fracturing. Anyone who's sensitive can feel this shit. We are moving into a major reset. Anyone who's sensitive knows exactly what I'm saying. And if you feel it in your gut what I'm saying, you know that what I'm saying is true. And if you don't know what I'm saying is true, then this just isn't for you. This isn't for you. You're not one of the people called to help and fix and address this, right? But for those of us who are, those of us who fancy world builders, those of you who called yourself chosen your whole life, this is the time to prove it. This is the time to prove it. No more just egoic claims of power. If you're not willing to do the work, shut up. Those who are, let's join hands, okay? We can do this. We can do this. Let's change it. We have control of the field. They manifest through us. They need us to connect to their evil agenda to make it happen. Stop feeding the monster, you guys. Cling ever more to yourself. Get right with yourself. Stay oriented in yourself. Yes? In love, you guys. If you're more sensitive, you feel